Welcome folks, this is Wear and Tear, yet another YouTube outdoor and gear review channel. Today I want to talk about the Ganzo G720 folding knife, specifically designed for outdoor purposes. It's a chunky knife, has a 4mm spine, it has a G10 handle, you can see the liners. It gives a very solid impression. It's very good feels very good in my hands. Very grippy, very safe. It has an axis lock. Pull that back. It works reliably. The operation is smooth. So I have operated a couple of hundred times, I think. So it works better over time. It did unscrew a little bit here. It's not running on ball bearings, so I had to fasten the screw here a little bit, because the blade started rattling a little bit, but again, now it works fine. But every knife, especially folding knives, they do need a little bit of love and maintenance. So it comes with a glass breaker on the back side here, and you can unscrew the glass breaker and remove the clip or turn it around so it comes in the it holds on the other side. Which I did in this case because it's more suitable to my needs. Now it came with a slight damage. The liner here is a little bit bent. One of those liners is a little bit bent. Doesn't seem to influence the operation in a negative manner. It's just more like it diminishes its beauty, but who cares? It's a $16 to $20 outdoor knife, and this is not a beauty contest. And in fact, I will use it and abuse it, and we'll see whether it's any good. But so far, I'm very pleased with it. The only question, of course, is why would you bring a big, heavy folder to the outdoors if a fixed blade knife is just better in every regard? But you know, you might be in a situation where you decide to bring the folder because you can't carry it in an inconspicuous way, or you know, because it's just a little bit lighter than a fixed blade or most fixed blade knives. But anyways, let's test it out and let's see whether it's any good. Okay folks, just to make sure this blade doesn't have any hidden flaws, let's do some batoning with it, and we push it to the limits. We do way more with it than would be reasonable. I'm gonna look at the small folder and look at this lock. This is really something that you only do if you want to hurt your knife. So let's see whether it's really a safe knife to operate with. So I'm hitting it here right on the lock. So this is not good. So far, no problem. Oh, this is very interesting. Look at that. The lock came loose. So the lock does not come loose when I directly hit it. The lock comes loose when I hit the front. Look at that. Now it came loose. So this is a type of motion that the axis lock cannot deal with. Now the axis lock has no damage. So this is the only kind of motion that can actually influence it. I'd still consider this knife as being safe. Yeah, nothing happens. Yeah, this is definitely too much for this knife to chew on. It's just not made for batoning. But it's definitely a test that shows you the limitations of the blade. Now let's get it out again. So, yeah, of course the steel itself didn't sustain any damage. Steel is nice and warm though. The blade is very warm. So that shows that we exerted some force. However, it's still razor sharp as far as I can tell. Yeah, absolutely. There goes my hair, the little hair I have. So still razor sharp without damage. We have seen the limitations of the axis lock. The operation is still smooth. Now the lock did not sustain any damage, but that interestingly is just the motion that really causes it to collapse. Now this would not happen if you do a stabbing motion with it or if you just cut. It just happens if you hit the blade right on the front in this context. So it's a good knife and it's actually awesome for $16 to $20. Not a definite alternative to a fixed blade knife, but for a folder it's really awesome.